And yes, indeed, this film caught me completely by surprise. For example, number 10, it's not as bad as you think it is. I went into this film expecting absolute muck, but it's actually not that bad. The plot is about as thick as any given episode of the cartoon, but what can you expect from a show about turtles who are ninjas and teenagers and mutants? Number 9, it actually stays pretty loyal to the show. All the bandanas are correct, all the weapons are correct, there's a couple of cowabungas in there, even April O'Neil is wearing her trademark yellow jacket. Now, they had to make a couple of changes, of course. Donatello wears glasses because he's a nerd, obviously. Raphael is a good bit buffer than the rest of the turtles, but that's fine. April O'Neil's backstory is traded in to make her a bit more connected to the turtles, but all the changes actually work quite well. Number 8, Megan Fox isn't that annoying. Now I know what you're thinking, annoying character played by an annoying actress, but in this case, 2 wrongs make a right. She's actually not that bad. Seriously. Number 7, I like Vernon. You remember that guy in the cartoon, the annoying fella with the pink shirt, used to get on April's case all the time? You actually quite like him in this film. Now it helps that he's played by Will Arnett, who in this film is, as usual, just playing Will Arnett, but no complaints here. Number 6, Whoopi Goldberg's barely in it. She's doing a lot of press interviews promoting this film, but she's literally in like 2 scenes, which I think is a real shame because I love me some Whoopi. Ivor Akuig, William Fichtner actually plays a good guy in this film. Can you believe it? The guy who went to the Gary Sinise School of Bad Guy Acting actually plays a good guy for a change. Number 4, Shredder barely opens his mouth in this film. Now everyone knows the best thing about the original cartoon was the Shredder's awesome voice, which was Uncle Phil from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But in this film, he barely opens his mouth. And when he does, he says things like, "You will not stop us on our quest for victory." So it's probably a good thing he shuts up. Number 3, Michael Bay's grubby hands are all over this. Now he may not have directed it, but even as just producer, all the action scenes are pure Bay. They're explosions and indecipherable mayhem that go into slow motion for a second and then go back to explosions. Bay purely. Number 2, they're actually pretty cute. You remember all that internet hate directed at the turtles' freakish looks? They're actually pretty cute on screen, and even though they're completely computer generated, they have really good chemistry together. And finally, number 1, and probably most surprising of all the turtles, Michelangelo is the best. No, I'm just kidding, that's not a surprise. Everybody knows Michelangelo's the best. He's the party dude.